Morning. So let's have some fun. I have something really fun here. Some teachings from Assassin's Creed, where this is fun for me because it's like sharing my childhood, my entire life, how I've learned and how fun it is to learn not to put all of your eggs in baskets. This is what has taught me not to have belief systems and all that kind of stuff. Is you start to think and every single time, if you're aware, you're alert, reality will do this to you. And then my question is, how many times does this have to be done to you before you stop investing all your eggs in a basket, stuff like that? It's one of those things. It's like everything else, difficult to talk about. So let's kind of get into it.
Very interesting.
Yeah, the snake symbolism is amazing. Even before you come into this room, it's the two snakes around the two pillars, and you got to go through the door. Then everything's here. I could not recommend Assassin's Creed enough because you really understand Greece. You really understand Greek stuff, the philosophy that Greece is red and blue, all Greek stuff. Then we somehow believe that's Roman. Then we don't understand Athenian, which is almost it's this is how we're going to discover what Tartaria is. We're going to discover it more through Assassin's Creed than anything else. You know what is Athenian? That thing in symbolism that I've always been showing you, the A with the road under it, the pyramid, that is like the remnants that is just that's everywhere, but you have to know the different ways of life to where you can see how they're still around us now. You know what's an amazing eye opener here in Assassin's Creed? They go back to all the Greek stuff. It's already all in ruins. It's amazing.
It was never supposed to be like this. Decades
Oh,
ago.
and I'm not gonna ruin it stopping here. I'm gonna say fasten your seatbelt because the symbolism, the story, the everything is gonna be at maximum right here. So hang on.
Cassandra, it was never supposed to be like this. Decades ago, a group of people gathered together to uphold a theory which they believed could control the universe. That the world functioned in equal parts, order and disorder.
You see what the story is telling us? That there was a time when we all lived on the middle path. Then somebody discovered that we can use this duality thing, which is ultimate confusion, which we live inside to the point to where we cannot see outside of it. We believe nothing else exists.
World functioned in equal parts, order and disorder. But some fell lovingly into the wicked arms of chaos, and the cult of Cosmos was born. They abused their power, casting the Greek world into eternal war. One you were created to stop.
See, then since we are in duality, then we're automatically put on the good pillar, whatever that is. I don't know, but somehow we're justifying that even though they're identical. And it's going to happen. A small one is going to happen. That thing that has always taught me where you can't invest in anything because you're about to be shown that if you do, you're going to arrive at the same good cop, bad cop scenario, which is the predicament that we're in. And they're going to show us the paradox of it.
In destroying the cult, you have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child. For without chaos, there is supreme order, a
Yes,
loss of...
because we only know good guys, bad guys. So if the good guys won, isn't that the victory for the good side? You know, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. But Pythagoras here is showing us we as the good guys are really the bad guys. Wait a minute.
comes with a price, my
We're all in it together playing this duality game that was presented to us that's a complete and total fiction.
child.
And is Assassin's Creed correct talking about this? This is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We're in the origins of things here. We're in the origins of the world takeover, the confiscating of all information, everything being turned into black and white and duality, as that is our new law, the law of the new world. This cult of cosmos here.
The cult. You have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child. For without chaos, there is supreme order, a loss of progression and freedom. But there is still hope. Hope in you. Hope in the future you will bring. We must fix the mistakes of the past. Use the staff. Repair the rift in the universe. The world depends on you, Cassandra.
Then this is like a a teaching of Christ, but a Locke. This is what Locke's teachings. You give the real truth, then you interject the ego. You give some Neo from the Matrix because those who are not worthy will just grab onto that bait. They'll grab onto the gratification of their ego, and that will lock them out of the wisdom that's actually in it. So, of course, we're going to follow it up with, okay, Neo, it's a truth. We are all the one through change within. It's a riddle.
The world depends on you, Cassandra.
You see how funny that is? When you know that, change from within for every single human being, that's what makes us being the one without being the one. We're the one without being Neo from the Matrix. It's a very difficult maze to figure that out, and every single person will take the surface value and go, yeah, I'm Neo from the Matrix.
You need to be the hero again.
Yeah, you, every single person watching this, yes, you need to be the hero. But if you take it literally on the outside, you're going to be Neo for you're the hero through change from within that is for every single human being, no matter what human being it is. We're still not getting to any of the parts where you need to put your seatbelt on or anything like that. It's more like when we're really, this is another part of Into the Wild. This is exactly the same thing from a different angle where it's the same thing. Where if it's a thing where I show you all this stuff about blue and red, but then I show you how it's the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and it's a law of planet Earth while we are supposed to take the middle path. Well, if you don't hear any of this, and your ego gets you, you're going to think I'm talking about, oh, you need to destroy red and blue. Well, it's right here. It's right here. All of these things where if you think that you know, all of these kinds of things help you out. They help you out greatly to show you how the ego is so incredibly masterful. The ego is so, you will always do the ego's bidding while you believe that, oh no, no, it's going to be loving, nice, and kind. So we're going to get that right here.
So, you've seen it too then.
And please notice how she's dressed in purple.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
You killed the last member of the cult. Well, just about.
What?
It's true. I was their leader, but only for a moment it seemed. When your brother came along, it changed everything we were aiming for.
I thought Demos was on your side.
Not in the way we hoped. As you know, he's impossible to control. He worked his way to the helm, and then he held even more sway than I did.
You agreed with them? The fucking cult?
The powers that be in the Greek world weren't doing things the right way. The cult just wanted a clean slate.
By way of corruption. Dirty drachmae. They killed people in a war they made themselves.
Fueling war was one of the methods, yes. But it was controlled. Until suddenly it wasn't. And then I didn't like what we were doing anymore.
Malaga. So you were after us?
Not you, your bloodline. People like Leonidas, like you, have always posed a threat. Then we met and you surprised me. You were nothing like Demos.
Why not just use me? I was in the palm of your hand.
You made me optimistic that you could help me bring down the cult that had become so corrupt. And you did, albeit unknowingly.
Wait a minute. Through all our greatness, we ended up doing it unknowingly? Holy shit, does this ever continuously happen? Continuously happen.
You did, albeit unknowingly.
Telling me you're a cultist took guts. You know what I do to cultists, Spacia.
I didn't want to lie to you anymore. Now that they're gone, we can work together. I think we'd make a good match, don't you?
I just don't understand. What about this pyramid? How does it work? Why does the cult have it?
I've been trying to figure out all of that myself. It's as much of a mystery to you as it is to me. This pyramid has been worshipped by the cult for decades, and we have used it to replace the Oracle of Delphi, the most trusted person in all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor.
Isn't it? I just have to stop and say, I mean, we got to reflect for a minute because our entire reality is being shown to us. Every single thing, all of it. Isn't this what we live in?
In all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor. The pyramid holds a mysterious power to see into time, but only certain people can activate it. People like Demos and the ones in your bloodline.
But you've seen something too.
I don't know how or why, but it did show me something.
What did you see?
I saw you. In the vision, you destroyed the pyramid and you destroyed the cult. I saw what would come after.
After the cult?
We will be replaced by a new kind of order. Control under the reign of philosophy.
See how difficult things are? Doesn't this, everything that she's saying right here, sound a lot like everything I say? I'm saying everything she's saying, but I am not saying what she's saying.
Replaced by a new kind of order.
Because through my life, I have infinitely been confronted with this in every single way possible. So I don't invest. I know it's always trick on me. I know, and through that, I've learned how not to be trick on me anymore.
Control under the reign of a philosopher king. There would be a movement movement away
See,
from the old,
isn't that it's the description of the old world out of place.
under the reign of a philosopher king. There would be a movement away from the old gods towards rational society.
Now watch. Now watch. She's talking about, oh, rational. You would think that she's talking about change from within, but this is completely void of change from within. So it can only be what we have now.
There would be a movement away from the old gods towards rational society, built in a kingdom by the people, for the people. And I must find someone to lead them. But I couldn't achieve any of
It's the same old pyramid structure. I got it's a paradox. Wait a minute. Something. It's the United States for the people by the people, but we need a leader to lead. We're right back in the same exact paradox it always was.
this with the cult and their
There
chaotic
is
vision.
another way of doing things that is outside of the comprehension of all of us.
So I let them carry out their plans and let the time of the cult of Cosmos come to an end on its own.
Wait. Did Pericles know?
I wanted to protect him, so I kept him in the dark. He would have had his own opinions, but he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
Yep. She did that thing of where, I'll do a bunch of wrong things. Two wrongs will make a right. That's where we're going wrong here. If you're trying to justify evil and saying that the outcome, but the outcome, I'm going to create a bunch of suffering and misery. But the outcome, that's always been the most evil shit that there is.
But he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
He trusted you, and in the end you didn't protect him. Maybe he would be alive if you'd stopped them.
Gods know I would have if I could. When Demos killed him, I knew the original cause was lost. I had to retreat.
So, what happens now?
We shift focus. We steer towards a new republic under one supreme rule. A dream I'll make a reality.
But it is still a dream. One that
And then doesn't this sound like the Antichrist reality from the Bible? We're still gonna have to strap our seatbelts on because she's gonna say, yeah, we gotta destroy it. We destroy the red and blue, and then but that's male and female. That's divine. There's so much going on here.
A dream I'll make a reality.
But it is still a dream. One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine.
There we go. There's the communism. Abandon what you know and just imagine. Reality doesn't matter. We'll just make it up with our opinion.
One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget
Yeah,
democracy.
abandon what you know and just imagine. Just go with it. It's same as Bill Maher. I could never really show you the communist utopia. You have to see the millions of people starving to death to see how beautiful it actually is.
Realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is
And
crazy.
that's what every single person demands because it's like you've been given this and you're walked down a path where you believe that the solution is the destruction of all of reality.
And red. Just citizens working.
No more blue. So what is it? Complete total fucking anarchy? Huh? Internet culture?
Democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is crazy. It won't work, Aspasia. It didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightening. Once people in Athens
Oh,
get wind of
the enlightenment of fucking flat earth mental illness is what that is.
this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along.
Oh,
Even you.
more Bill Maher. They won't get it until they're all starving to death. They'll see how beautiful the communist utopia is.
Didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightening. Once people in Athens get wind of this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along. Even you.
I'm not sure.
You've spent your whole
Oh,
life thinking.
when I tell you about the millions of people starving to death and no one has any end, you think you think that's bad. But so I won't tell you, I could only show you. Then when you see it, you'll see how beautiful it is.
Think for yourself. Let go. What I plan will require you to trust me. Come with me. This future's not a dream.
You should go. Lead your new republic.
I won't be the leader. We need someone with the knowledge of a philosopher and the wisdom of a king.
Oh, right back in the same position. So then all the people will believe that, oh yeah, all the world's knowledge is in some kind of like Vatican thing and nobody could ever know it or anything. And then there's a supreme ruler, then we're just all the slaves in the same old pyramid scheme.
That's a tall order these days.
I couldn't have done this without you, Cassandra. You're doing the right thing.
I always try to do what's right.
Then we're after the same thing.
So what's fun about this? That it's a guarantee. Every single person is exactly at this. You're exactly at this, thinking that there's no possible way out or knowing or anything.
Cassandra, there is much left to do. Cassandra! A storm is I can weather any storm.
So I hope everybody has the greatest day.